Can I be as racist as possible in this video? No. My name's Eli. I hate women, and I'm incredibly racist. I'm kidding.
So this is the part 2. The first part was freshman and sophomore year, and then the second part is junior and senior year. And we have Eli. Eli is my best friend for 17, 18 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, so we've known each other for a while. Junior year, obviously, like, we didn't spend a lot of time together because it was COVID, and he did hybrid. I did online, because our school did not do, like, full in-person. They did a hybrid.
The only kids that did hybrid was the kids with the IEPs.
Which just helps slow down the education process to the speed that we can get it. We both had independent education plans. So mine was for undiagnosed ADHD, and his was for what is yours for?
Well, it's 20 years and you still don't know? It was for my autism.
Yeah, so he did hybrid, I did virtual. Virtual, I did not do shit. That's the thing about school. We didn't do school. At least with all of us that went to VAAC or whatever it was. The whole idea of putting all kids who've only ever done in person, all virtual, randomly was just a stupid idea. Not saying that like there was any other choice. I had to redo Algebra 2. Online, we did not try. I'll go more into like what my mental health was like during COVID, which was not great. The mental health episode that I have like pending, that one goes more in depth. But yeah, as far as like school, there wasn't school. We didn't do school.
I shit you not, in history, because all we were watching was a fucking documentary. Everybody was fucking passed out. And then when he started talking, we all woke up, turned on our cameras real quick, and then we were fine. I shit you not, I took a 45-minute nap during that class.
I had mandatory meetings, but I never went to any of them.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you know, I was also in theater. I did theater with him for a couple of years. During my junior year, it was an absolute fucking struggle fest.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Especially during theater, because half of the actors were in the other group. Now, for context, they split us up, A through Z. So group A through, I think my last initials, K, would be, you know, first group, and so on and so forth for the other group. It was so hard because we had to do part of the B group were in theater, and they had to do it over Zoom, and it was impossible to hear anybody when we had our cues or whenever, because we could not figure it out for the life of us. And to be fair, I'm not gonna shit on anybody, but junior year for theater was a disaster. And it's outside of people being stuck at home. It was a whole mess.
Anyway, so senior year. There's only so much we can talk about junior year because it was very forgettable.
One final part I want to add. I played football during junior year. I actually played high school for 4 years. Junior year was so fucking weird. Like, we were still allowed to tackle people, mind you. They had us at the bottom put a plastic covering so we couldn't breathe on people.
Yeah, senior year is the next topic. So this was us just coming out of COVID. I went back in person. We were all in person full time. I don't think we ever had a break where there was.
We did, like, I think once.
Yeah, there was that one break that happened just because of a little COVID scare, and then that was it. Theater wasn't great. It wasn't horrible by any means. First trimester, I actually was co-director of a play that we were doing called Superheroes. That play script was awful. That was the worst script we could have chosen. We did an amazing job with it.
Oh, yeah.
I just think the script was awful.
I kind of felt bad too, because Andrew was working his ass off, and then his other main stage director called out and he couldn't do it anymore. So
Because he got COVID.
Because he got COVID.
So yeah, I had to like go from being the co-director where I was just hanging out with the actors, goofing around, playing around, being the fun guy, because that's what co-directors are. We're just fun. And then shit hit the fan when he got sick.
It literally happened at the worst time, because
2 weeks before the play.
Yeah.
I was asked multiple times by multiple different people if I still wanted to keep doing that play. I kept saying yes because I wanted to be confident in what we were doing. I wanted to be proud of what we were doing. I'm very proud of what we did on that stage. I'm very happy with all of the actors' performances. There was a situation where one of my actors went off and got finger blasted in a student area.
This person got fingered and everybody was banned from the Cat's Den. Everybody was banned.
You had to get a teacher's permission, and a teacher had to be with you the entire time because of like a handful of incidences. And this person did during the play, because I remember during rehearsal we were all like, where did they go? Where did they, like, what's going on? And then they come back at some point and it's like, okay. I find out later through some of the actors that they were off doing something very inappropriate, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But anyway, there was a lot of actors' performances that I'm very proud of. Most of them I'm very proud of.
And then we jumped 3 weeks later for my show, which was A Christmas Story, and Your Boy Was Santa Claus.
The funny thing about that is I go from being a co-director to a director, and then after that play I go and stage manage manage with 3 weeks left because there was no stage manager.
Nope.
They were talks about like the tech director was just gonna do it. He was just gonna stage manage it. And I was like, can I do it? I didn't know what it meant to stage manage a show, if I'm honest. That book has so many notes. I don't think I have that book that I stage managed because it was so battered. Trimester 2. I did not like this play. I hated the role that I got.
I ended up becoming his role and being the stage manager, and dear God, that was something.
There were really not even roles that fit me. I was just the perverted teacher. That was awful. Some of the freshmen actually made it a wanted poster for my character, and people thought I was a pedophile. They didn't intentionally make it sound like I was a pedophile, but it did end up getting out of the theater area, and they didn't put the context that it was for a play, so people thought I was a pedophile. I am not a pedophile. Also, Corey, can you please blur out the word pedophile? I just realized I kept saying it over and over and over again, and we cannot say it on YouTube. Any words that we cannot say on YouTube, just replace it with like a quack or something like that. Let's go to third trimester. Before, the plays were during like class. There was like a specific class for it. This one was completely all after school. I actually didn't do track this year. I almost did because there was like just some stuff going on personally, but I almost did track. I ended up choosing not to, and I did theater.
So I remember for this show, I was also in the set design class, and you know, it was nice having me because I knew what they wanted. Here was the big issue. For the second trimester play, we needed nothing. And I'll give them credit. They got mad at us because we haven't even started on the third trimester play. And I'm like, nobody is telling me what we're supposed to do. Everybody kept getting upset with us. I'm like, look, we didn't get it till like 2 months before the show. There's nothing we can do. It's on back order.
Yeah, I think the other thing that in high school theater that isn't emphasized that I personally think should have, actors are props. Actors are literally just props to stand there and talk. Do not think you are more than that. When it comes to set design, when it comes to any of that, that is none of your business. You are to stand there, look pretty, and repeat lines.
Yeah.
And I was an actor in this show.
It was such a struggling thing. We're like, look, we're trying our best, but we can only work with what we got.
Right.
You know, and when we finally get everything in, we start getting everything together. The set came out beautiful.
Yeah.
One of my friends came up with a design, and it was awesome. To my discretion, he got the bigger role than I did. He did fantastic. I was kind of upset that I only had, maybe 2 minutes on stage, and that was it. I was never seen in that show again, and I was so pissed off. And they were trying to convince me, like, oh, it's okay, you know, if I've had shorter roles too. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Coming off of A Christmas Story, I was like in 5 or 6 different characters, and now I'm just this one person. I'm done.
I was an actor, so I took the sense of like, I'm just a prop, I'm just supposed to stand there, literally. So yeah, Eli had mentioned before that I had gotten a pretty big role. He was a main character, and what we did this time around was double cast. I did not like this idea.
Nobody did. It was a horrible idea to begin with, because we know what happened last year, what I brought up earlier, because it backfired horribly, because nobody got along.
Yeah, and then the year prior to that was sophomore year, and nobody got along then either when she did it with Alice in the Wonderland. So I don't understand why the idea of double casting was proposed and taken. There was one cast that really was senior heavy, and then the other cast was very
Just
much
whatever.
like,
And you know, and I worked with both because of my role, and
Right.
I could tell who was actually trying to get the work done and who was just trying to fuck around the whole time.
So there is drama, obviously, with actors, there's always drama. But there was one of the casts was freaking out, saying, like, we didn't take our lines seriously and that we weren't taking the overall play seriously.
Yeah, I remember that. That was.
And we didn't have
Oh,
any of our lines memorized. And what was funny was our group didn't really have any times where we skipped up on a line or had, like, a screw-up. Most times we recovered very well. We were very organized in how we delivered the story, and we understood what was going on. So when it came to like which cast ended up doing better, objectively, I think our cast did better. I was Mr. Green and there was another Mr. Green. Me and him got along very well.
At the end, I was like, I'm so done with this show because nobody is getting along.
But we did end up having like a really good run. We had a really funny part at the end where one of our guys walked off stage when he forgot a prop.
I remember this because I was in the back changing for my encore, and I look up and he's walking off stage, and I shit you not, he's gone for like 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Then he comes back in full full character with the prop. I'm like, oh my god.
As he's
great.
backstage, he's still in character.
Like
too.
he's still talking. I think he was.
Yeah,
if I'm
yeah.
wrong.
He was still
I was
talking.
laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
Only one of our actors that were actually on stage, because I was one of the actors, I was just dying laughing. Only one of us was not laughing because, one, she was a phenomenal actress. She also was the only one staying in character. I mean, she carried our play. She was phenomenal. But still, it was hilarious. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was supposed to technically be a gay guy, so I played it a little off like that. But yeah, I had fun. I had fun with that play. But I just kind of wish there was a little more organization with it. Anyway, senior year was a lot of fun. I really liked it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, like, subscribe, and peace.